Do we have any comments? Do we have any feedbacks? Please, you're free to unmute your mic and make your comments. Mr. Nomission, are you there? Do you have any comments, sir? Okay, Mr. Clement, how about you, sir? Any comments? Any feedback?
Well, for now, I don't think I have much. Today's lecture will determine what I need to say, because the only area where I was finding it difficult is where to get when you look on the blackboard, how to get your identifier and all other things, those number that will be attached to the courses and what have you. So I think I'm still having some little bit little knowledge about that, and I will appreciate if you can go through all of that, because by the time you are populating the Excel templates, things like that will be needed. So so I just feel like maybe we need to touch those areas so that one will not be able to make mistake. Secondly, for the part-time program that has 6 semesters, I don't know how you want us to populate that. Full-time program is just 4 semesters, which is 2 semesters, first and second for ND1 and ND2, being a polytechnic for a section. Then when you get to year 2, first and second semester 2. But if it is part-time program, they will have ND1, ND2, ND3. Is a 3 sections program. So how do we populate that on the blackboard for the part-timers? Knowing fully well that the academic calendar will be required to set the starting date and the deadline. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Clement. So, quick question, sir. Did you by chance get access to the video recording from yesterday and day before yesterday?
Yes, I have access to. I've not seen yesterday's one.
Okay, don't worry. Yesterday's one will be posted shortly. But the one on Monday, did you get access to it?
Yes, through YouTube channel.
Yeah,
link you
great.
Sent.
So the first one most especially, we spoke on the node hierarchy and how the identifiers are gotten, which I explained extensively that it is from the back end when you get access to login. There is the node identifiers has already been designed. Sorry, before I go for some, what institution are you under, sir?
Yaba College of Technology, sir.
Okay, Yaba Tech. Okay, just hold on a second. Now, all through the session yesterday, I spoke about the node identifiers, node yesterday rather, and how they are gotten, and how you use them, especially when you're doing your enrollment. Now, what I also highlighted was that I remember somebody asked the same question, and I said, what you do is you note down those identifiers for your school. These are the identifiers. Can you see the screen, sir? Mr. Clement, are you there?
Yes, I can see the screen, sir.
Yeah, good. Can you see the identifier? I believe you did this yourself. So I didn't hear you, sir. You said what? Mr. Clement, are you there? I don't know if
yes,
anyone
sir, I can see
hear
the
me? I'm
identifier.
trying to
Yes.
be sure.
Yes, I can see it, sir.
Okay, great. Now this identify, yeah, you designed this yourself, am I correct? You're the one that placed it like this.
Yes, sir.
You wrote this. Yeah, good. Now these are your identifiers. This one you see is written identifier here. Can you see it? It's written
Yes, sir.
identifier. These are the identifiers. So when you are doing association, you copy these identifiers by the department you're sending the course or whatever you're sending into. You copy these identifiers and you put it under the node, external node key, right?
At
For
once
whatever
or one after the other?
one.
Is it at
So
once?
depending on how many people are in your department, in a particular department, right? If rather in a school, so if in a school of arts and design, there are about 25 people in that department, you're going to copy this particular one, the School of Art and Design, and duplicate it under those 25 people. Do you understand?
Okay.
All right. If they're in liberal studies, you copy the one of liberal studies and duplicate it under their own. If there are 30 people, the flash fill on those 30 people. Right now, I noticed that I think you prefer using the string letters, the letters and strings, or is it just you, or you didn't want to edit it out? Now, this
I'm
identifiers.
sorry
Actually,
to interrupt. Sorry,
Yes.
sir. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Don't think I'm abusing the privilege. Your screen is small. If you can enlarge it small so that
Okay.
I'll see
Sorry.
what you're doing.
Is it clearer now? How about now?
Yes, it is. It is.
Better now?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So, sorry, Mr. Clement, you're trying to say something. Go ahead.
actually, I'm new. The former staff that was engaged with this
The former
blackboard.
director.
No, no, no. There is a director representative, DICT representative,
Okay. Okay.
was in charge. He was the one that did all of this other onboarding.
Okay.
So he's no longer our staff. So I now take it off.
Mm,
So
okay.
I'm now the one in charge now. So he was the
Okay.
one that did all of this before
Okay.
I took
So
over.
So this normally for every institution, I think Mr. Mazu, I don't know how yours looks like, but I think you have something similar with the initials of your school and um the um the initials of the department, right? Am I correct, Mr. Mazu, for your
Yes.
institution?
Yes. Yes.
Now,
Yes.
Mr. Clement, you see the way this is
Yes, sir.
Yabatech slash SADP. Now, this is your identifier for School of Art and Design. You
Okay.
understand me? Now, okay, so my flash drive. Okay, when we worked on the enrollment file, I mean, sorry, the node
You need to go back,
identifier.
sir. You know you
Come
have
again?
changed the identifier to name. You
Yes,
have changed it to words now. You need to go back for
Yabatech
me to
is
see how
still
you
on
change.
Yabatech. So it's very simple.
Yes.
Okay, this is what you do. This is what you do, right? When you log in, I believe you've not. Have you gotten your admin role yet?
Yes, sir.
So when you log in, right? Now the
Yes,
landing
sir.
page, you have this. Then you go to the admin section on your list,
Yes,
right?
sir.
When
Yes,
you
sir.
go to the admin section, I need you to scroll down to where you have communities.
Where I
Okay,
have commu
community. You will
okay.
see community. Then you come to institutional hierarchy. Select
Yes.
institutional hierarchy. When you do
Okay.
that, I need you to locate your region, which is the southwest zone,
Yes.
right? Then locate it to your the state.
School. Yes.
Now, when you locate it to the state, you come down to your school, which is Yabatech.
Yes. Yes.
Now, when you select
Yeah.
it, you have this list of all the schools you're seeing
All
here.
the schools.
What just exactly what I'm seeing here, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
Now,
Yeah.
in order to now adjust or edit the way I did, please, whoever is that, could you mute your mic, please?
Oh, oh, Allah sarki. Assalamu alaikum. Sun kunan dungiri.
Okay. So, back to what, sorry, Mr. Clement, back to what I was saying. So now, when you come here, you can identify one of the schools, right? So what you do
Yes, sir.
is you select this. You see this? Can you see this drop down here? This thing that looks like a letter V upside here. Is it called a chevron? Can you
Beside,
see it?
yes, yes, yes.
Beside the name. Now click the drop down. Click on edit.
Okay.
When you click on edit, so you have the name and then you have identifier,
Okay.
right? So
Okay.
now you can now clear this out. Let me just copy just in case. So you can now delete this particular part out and just add Yabatek. Are you following?
Okay. I will delete
Just
the
change it.
numbers.
Yes, you can change the strings of text and numbers, and then please, I don't know who that is. Could you mute your mic, please? I don't want to disable mics, please. It's supposed to be a short session. Please, could you mute your mic? Thank you. All right, Mr. Clement. So you can just edit this and input Yabatek and the department, initials of the
Okay.
department.
For all the
So it
schools,
could
right?
be, yeah, you can do that, but at your own leisure. So you can go back and make those adjustments. Is that okay?
Okay. Okay, sir.
Yeah. I believe your support staff, Mr. Paul, has been assisting you.
Very, very wonderfully. He has been
Okay,
doing
great.
very well.
Okay, great. So don't worry, he's going to keep doing what he do best to ensure you're brought up to speed. Just follow up with him. He would, like I said, he's been doing beautiful. So he's going to keep supporting and keep assisting you as much
Yes,
as
sir.
he can. All right.
Okay, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
What about
Okay.
yesterday's video?
No, the link, I'll ask them to post the link. It's already on YouTube now. It's on the same YouTube channel, actually. Please, we encourage everyone to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Some of these recordings and all of these videos we are having, these sessions that we are having will be shared on there, so we can easily go and watch them for now and reference purpose. Is that okay?
Yes, sir. You have not answered my second question
Yeah, what was your second question, sir?
on the issue of how to populate for part-time students whose sections they have 3 sections against the full-time that has 2 sections to
So you
run their.
can, yeah. So what you do is it's all up to you, right? You design the sessions as much as they are is available per the course that they are taking. So you said some of the schools they take six-year course, some of them is 4 years by default. So you can design the one that is up to 6 years. It is a choice for you. Just use your term template. Okay? Use your term template, design up to the 6 semesters that you know they take those courses, then apply it. Are we good, sir?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. You're welcome, sir. So, any other person has any need assistance, need clarity? Remember, we are here to always support you at every point in time. Just let us know what. Yes, Mr. Ahmad Ali, could you unmute your mic and go ahead, please?
Okay, thank you very much. Good
Thank you,
morning.
sir. Good morning.
Yeah, our problem is that our site is like it's not an admin site.
Okay, you're not an admin. You don't have admin access, right? That's
Yeah,
what you're
we don't
saying.
have admin assets.
Okay, this is what you're going to do. Send me a message after this.
Okay, there was
You can send me a message on Teams.
okay.
Please, you should send the details on what on the chat box. I will attend
Okay,
to that
send your details
immediately.
in the chat box. Let my colleague take note of it.
Okay. So let me send it.
With your phone number so that I can reach out to you.
Okay, thank you. Let me send it.
Okay. All right. Any other person? Any other person needs any other? All right. So today's session is basically one of the new features we one of the new videos we created now, which is the enrollment template. Right now, the enrollment template basically I know has posed a lot of challenge to everyone, especially when you have to do the collation. Now, we told you to use the what they call it now, to use Google to collate, especially for lecturers, right? Now, you've collected that. You don't want to now start stressing to be doing one after the other, copy and pasting, which is a lot of work. So I came up with an easier process, which is the process of using Power Query. Now it sounds like it's one, what do you call it? It sounds like it's one big English. right? It's sounding like there's a lot of computer science attached to it, and I guarantee you it is not. I keep saying it that I'm not a computer science student. I just specialize in this area, but I've been opportune to have you know have an opportunity to learn some of these things as we go. So I will show us how that works. Um, how you can use the Power Query to easily do enrollment, especially when you have a large number of students, right? Especially when you have a large number of students. So um, just give me a moment. Let me get my screen. Let me get the data. Let me get you a sample data and we can work on it. Is that okay? Can you give me a thumbs up and I'll be back shortly. Okay, we are back. Let me just share. All right, can we see my screen? Can we all see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So now this is the course enrollment template, which is like the final template. Now, this template, I would say, used to be one of the most difficult because then it required us rather, it required you doing a lot of heavy work because then you have to be copying each person, doing a flash fill on, the number of courses or, whatever the course the person may be taking. Now, you remember, Mr. Clement, I think Ahmad and Mr. Ahmad and one other person made mention about having in a situation where you have multiple people taking multiple courses. Now, the Blackboard is open to having as much people as it can collect to take on multiple courses. Now, the first solution we gave was why don't you use the why don't you use a Google form to collect your data. In that way, you can easily, you can easily get everybody and know who is taking the course. But at the same time, we realize that when you collect that, it's also a little bit bulky. Sorry, excuse me. We also realize that it's a bit bulky and a little bit large, especially when you can have the data spread. Sorry, let me just give me a moment. You realize that you can have, especially with the Google form, you can have a large amount of data and you need to clean, which It's a bit big, is a bit tasking, is large and can be very, very frustrating at the same time. So what we did was, why don't so I came up, I found a solution, or we found a solution to having Power Query. Now by default, when you use the Google form, you most likely have something like this. Am I correct? Can we confirm that most likely this is what you're going to have when you create it on Google form? Am I correct?
Yes.
Using a Google form. Did someone say something?
Yes, the Google form we only arrange it in a Z format.
Okay. Yeah. Now it's going to only, yeah, exactly. Thank you, sir. It's only going to arrange it in this format, which obviously will look like a lot of work. Now imagine trying to now say you're copying this one, you're now pasting it here. They have to be copying one course and be putting it one after the other. Okay, you can imagine how that tasking can be, right? How frustrating that can be. You say you copy this one, you paste it, you copy this one, you paste it, you're copying, and yeah, but we all know that this would get frustrating. This would get annoying. This would get tiring. And you can as well say, you know what, I'm not, you can even give up. Let me use the word because how tasking it can be. So what I did was, in this instance where I know the workload will be plenty, I now introduce the Power Query option. All right, the Power Query option. Now, how does that work? Basically, it helps us arrange the data in that format that I have listed below. Now, how do we do that? The first step, right? The first step is having collected your data from your okay, so before I move on, let me explain the different headers so that we can understand what each header basically represent. Now, the external person key here in the enrollment basically refers to your username as a lecturer, the lecturer's username. That is what you put here on the external person key. Then for the external course key is the course ID. Okay, the external course key is the course ID. Now, what about the role? Role here, basically, what will be the role of the user, in the system, right? What's the role of that particular person with the particular username and password? So, what role is this person going to be an instructor? You input the instructor role. Okay, if the second person is going to be a student, just put it as a student, right? But this is more helpful, especially when you're doing for lecturers, because I mean they are the first one, so it's a lot more work, for them doing it. So how do we simplify that? The main idea is, how do we now simplify this enrollment in real time? So this is what we are going to do. First step, we're going to clean this. So I'm going to put most of this in a different sheet, in a different Excel sheet to make it easier. So sorry, who's that? Please could you mute your mic if you're joining? You kindly mute your mic, please. Thank you, Mr. Clement. Yes, Mr. Clement, your hands are raised.
Sorry, yes, the external personal key.
The
When you
external,
are doing course
yeah,
personal key, you said is a user name.
yes,
Am I correct?
yes.
Username, is it personal name or the matric
No,
number?
username, matric number, or staff ID, depending on what you onboarded the person with.
Matric number or staff ID without
Yes.
like for example now, our own matric number do have backslash, so we remove
Then
all of that. But in a
yes,
case
if that
whereby
is
you have
yes.
a multiple, when you have a multiple numbers of students like 15,000 now with that backslash, and you want to remove it at once so that it can suit this external personal key, is that what you are saying, that we use Power Query options
No, no,
to sort?
no, 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 no. That's not what I'm saying. If you want what you just said now, if you want to do that, that one is very simple and straightforward. If I have backslashes here, right? If I have backslashes here, this I'm giving you an example so that you can take back and when you're doing your data
Yes,
cleaning.
let me see the
Now,
example, it will be better.
Now, this is a large example. Let me just use 20 for instance. These are 20 people with backslashes. Am I correct?
Okay.
Mr. Clement, yeah, now, how do you do that?
Yes,
It's
sir.
very
I'm with
simple.
you.
In Excel, what you need to do is come to where you have find under the editing,
Where
the
I
editing
am,
ribbon. Yeah, under the editing ribbon, select find and select. Under the editing ribbon, go to find and select. Okay. When you select that,
find.
you come down, yeah, find and select, then click on replace.
I click on
Okay.
where?
Replace. Click on replace.
Replace.
Now, you can, if you see what's on my screen, you have what you have find what and replace with. Find what and replace with, right? So what you do is if you have backslashes, you put that here. In the find what, you put the backslash first. Okay. Are you following me?
I must have selected it first. The way you
Have you
selected it
highlighted?
here.
Have you highlighted the
Yes.
column?
Yes. I should highlight it first.
Highlight when you highlight the column, right?
Yes.
That contains all the backslashes. You go to under the editing ribbon, select find and select, then click on replace.
Okay.
Now, when you click on replace, you put under find what you impute the backslash. Sorry,
Okay.
excuse me one moment. Excuse me one moment, please. Okay, sorry about that. So as I was saying, so Mr. Clement, are you following me? Now, under the
Yes, sir.
find what, you impute the backslash, yes?
Backslash.
Then where you have replace with, leave it empty.
I leave it empty. Okay.
Yes, under the replace with, since you're removing the slash, so you replace it, leave it empty. Then you click on replace all. Can you see the replace all button there?
Yes.
And that's all. So even
So
if I have
sorry.
15,000,
Immediately I
say
click on the replace
all,
replace
replace all,
all.
it removes it. Yeah, it
I will
removes it.
close the
Just, yeah,
that
just click on
button.
replace all. Yeah, after you click on
Then
replace all, you close
automatically
it.
it will change.
Yes, that's what you can see on your screen here.
But I must have opened my Excel sheet first and go through this process.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay,
Yeah.
sir.
Just excuse me 1 second. All right. So, okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this number of, let me use these 20 people, these 19 people that I just created here, so that we can see that even with a large number, we can use this Power Query to, flash fill or get your data faster and seamless. Okay. So now this is about 20 people taking over how many courses? Let me see, about 12 or 11 courses. Now you might be wondering, how do I want to do this? How do I want to carry out that whole workload of work? I mean, I don't have time. So the first thing you do, right? Please follow me. First thing you do is highlight the entire table. First step, highlight the entire table. That's step one. Highlight the entire table. Then tap Control T, making your table, turning that table into an actual table. All right. Making the Excel data into a table. All right. When you convert into a table, the next step, right, after converting into a table is you come to where you have data. All right. Data on the data ribbon on
Sir,
the
you are
top
too
right here.
fast. You
So,
are too fast.
um, am I too fast, anybody, or is the pace
You
okay?
are too fast, sir. Your pace is okay. Please go ahead.
Um, I'm gonna try and take a step again, sir. Because of time. I have to take a step again. Now, I'm giving you an instance where you have a large amount of data, right? You have almost what, 20, 30 of, no, minimum is 100 lecturers, right? 100 lecturers to multiple or different courses. Now, this will work for even lecturers I have. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to delete some courses for some lecturers so that it's going to look a little bit blank, so that it doesn't look like, so I'm just going to leave it like this. So even though it's scanty, now you might be wondering will it be work even when it is scanty? Will it be blank when it's scanty? Will it be, a lot of questions. So how do we do that? Okay, so I'm just doing this randomly so that we can see that, you can do this easier and faster. All right, you can see. Now, this is random. Now, sometimes you can only have some lecturers taking one, some not even taking, some taking two, some taking three, some taking four, some taking five. The numbers are long. Now, how do we do that? Mr. Clement, kindly follow, please. Take your time. Just whatever you're writing, just pause it and just follow with me, okay? Step one, highlight the table in Excel. Step one, highlight the table in Excel. That's first, step one. Step two, you convert the table convert the Excel doc, this data now, into a table. Right now, it is not a table, it's just data in columns and cells. You need to convert it into a table. How do you do that? You press Control T, Control T. Then it will ask you, you tick my table has headers and all of this, then click OK. Okay? When you click OK, your table turns like this. Your table becomes like this. I will follow. The table becomes like this. It changes, it gives a random color. Now, when you're done with this, once you're sure this has been converted into a table, your next step is to go into data. Select the data ribbon. I repeat, select the data ribbon. It's here. Data ribbon. Now, under the data ribbon, you have come to where you have get and transform data, then select from table/range. I repeat, select from table/range. Okay? Select from table/range. Now, when you click that, this screen here, right? This is what will appear on your screen. Okay? This is what will appear on your screen. Again, this is what would appear on your screen. So once you've seen this, the next step you're going to go, the next following step you're going to do is you select, from the external course key down to where the course stops. Okay? You select that. Are we following? You select that, then having selected it, all I now need you to do is to, on the same ribbon, look for where you have transform. Okay? You select transform. Sorry, you select transform. When you select transform, then you select on pivot columns. On pivot columns. I'll take that again. When you click on pivot columns, everything is now arranged. Okay, everything is now arranged by what? So you can see this person that is taking more than, sorry, is a bit small. I can't really increase it right now. I don't want to start going back. But when you look at it, you will notice that each user, right? So those people that are taking 8 to 10 courses have already been, you can see all of them, they've been highlighted, or what's that, the English now? They've been aligned to the courses that they are taking. Okay, they've been aligned to the courses that they are taking. So when you're done with this, you come to the home, come back to home. come back to home. Under where you have close, you see close and load. So you close and load it into Excel. All right, you close and load it to Excel. All you now do is you remove the attribute column. What you need is just these two things here. You copy that, you take it back to your main data here, and what? You just paste. Okay, then you can now remove the rest of the data here, the remaining ones. All right, you can now remove the rest of it and leave what? So this is what you majorly need. So if this lecturer is taking all these 6 or 8 courses, you now come here and put instructor role. Just put instructor, then you do a flash fill. And your data source key, you do a flash fill. Okay, so when you're done with that, highlight this and remove any extra formatting that's on it. So you clean your data, it becomes a regular data. So clear format and make sure everything's looking as it's supposed to be, and that's all. Was I too fast there? Are we good? Any questions? Do we have any questions? The screen is what? Somebody's saying something. Where is it? Just one moment. The screen is not changing. Is it changing? Oh, is my screen moving? Anybody see my screen move? Can we confirm the changes and adjustment?
It's okay. The screen is okay. I think so.
Okay, so the screen is working. Anybody has any questions? Okay, so now you can see that here with the multiple enrollment for lecturers, just go for to fill out their courses as they teach the different courses, 5, 6, 7, 8 courses. When they put it, you only collect your data from the Google Sheet, paste it in Excel, and carry out the Power Query. Any questions? Do we have any questions? Do we have any questions?
None for now. Can we go ahead?
Okay. All right. Seems from the silence to me, it seems everybody got the function or got the Power Query process. So in absence of any questions, Sule, do you have a question? Sule Yakub, do you have a question, sir? No questions. All right. Thank you very much. So, without further questions, I think that'll be all. That this concludes the entire general onboarding process. For those of us that missed it from the beginning, don't worry. We have the session recorded on YouTube, so you can go to our YouTube channel and engage, get the video and watch for day 1 and day 2. We've also uploaded the process using the Power Query in itself on YouTube. You can also go there and watch. This recording also will be pasted on